some eyes. So for this, you're gonna use embroidery thread, so this thin black thread that's like worsted number 2, and I'm using a hook that's 2.25 millimeters, so very thin, you see. And we're gonna start off with an oval. So this is how we do it. You're going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you're going to single crochet 4, single crochet 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the last one we're going to do 3. On that same one we're going to do 3 single crochets on that same stitch. So 1, because that's how you go all around. 2. Now this little tail can go on the back of it. Push it back. 3. I'm still on the same one. Okay, now I'm going to start crocheting on the underside. So we will do single crochet 3. 1. 2, 3, and then on the last one, again in the corner, I'm going to increase. So I'll do 1, 1A, 1B. I like to do that so that I know I'm in the same spot. And then I'm going to single crochet 4. The underside, that's the original side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we are going to increase 3 times. So 1A, 1B, those were on the same one. Next one, 2A, 2B, and 3A. That's how you increase in ovals, usually at the corner. 3B. And now we're going to single crochet 2, 1, 2, and now we're going to switch to white. Get your white yarn. Oh yeah, I have a knot right there, so I'm going to start it over here. So you start with black and you finish with the white. Okay, and that's your first one. And then we're going to single crochet 2 with the white. So you go 1, make sure you pull so it's tight, pull the ends. 2, and then we're going to increase 2 times with the white. So 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. And this is what you have so far. Little white eye. And then we're going to single crochet with the white, one last one. Okay, and now we're going to cut. And fasten off by pulling. Make sure when you sew it to your guy, you can hide this last part by going down again. Pull it out someplace so it doesn't stay so loose like that. You can go in the same hole and pull it out just so it's not like loose in the end. Hard to get the camera. There you go. All these are hidden. Cut them short. All these will hide in the back. So now that you have this, make another one. After your eyes are done, grab a piece of white yarn and your yarn needle, and we're gonna do the little glow. Now to do this, you just have to make basically a dot. You could also use white paint if you have paint, but I'm gonna use the yarn. So this is my eyeball, and I'm going to do the white dot around here and the top, near the top. So you can do a little knot if you'd like, so to make sure it doesn't come out. Otherwise, just don't pull all the way through and leave the tail dangling. But this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go right through the top middle, and I'm going to go into the white, and then a little lower. I'm in the same hole, by the way, same exact spot. Go back down in the same hole. Same spot. Same hole. And there is your little glow dot. And if you want to make it bigger, then you can do it in the same spot, just more times. You don't have to go up or down. So I'm going to do one more. Same spot, in, and same spot out. Just make sure it's bigger. Okay. Then I'm just going to pull it out and leave it. I'm going to cut really short. Do the same thing for your other eye. Okay, so I sewed one eye. By the way, I'm testing out two types of eyeballs. So this is the typical plastic, and these will be the embroidered ones. So this is how you do it. You put through the white yarn on your yarn needle to place it. You use the white to place it on the head. Where do you want it? Right here. By the way, both these eyes, since we didn't sew them in opposite, if you put it this way, you'd be in the opposite way. But you can do that if you want to, you know, flip it, make sure all your extra yarn is on the other side. Or you can have two identical eyes this way. Now use the white to place it so you know where you want it to go. I think right here, and just come out through the back. Okay, so that's my placement. Now we're gonna cut about 20 inches of black, and with our yarn needle we're gonna sew the eyeball with it. And you're not gonna sew over the white. We're just gonna leave that as is. We only sew on the black. Now that your eye is placed, if your head is open, go through there. If your head is already closed, then just put your needle through the black part and hide the little dot in there. But put your needle on the inner side of the eyeball. So we're gonna come out right here, starting where the black is, not the white. Trying to find my camera. There. Okay, I did a little knot at the bottom so it won't come out. And now just sew normally. I don't know if it's slip stitch or back stitch. I don't know the terms for sewing, but basically go in and out. You're not gonna go out this way so you don't see the stitches. You're gonna go out the bottom of the eye, like right there. See? So don't sew it like this, sew it like this on the edge. So I come out the black part and I go back in the black part. Then just out the blue, make sure it'll come out someplace that'll be under the eyeball. And then I go in the black part again. And then in. Okay, my camera died. So go in and out. Go out the eye. Okay, once you've sewed all around and you get to the edge, we're going to do the eyelashes. If it's a girl, if you're making a boy, then just fasten off right here. But since I'm making a girl, I'm gonna go out about 2 stitches out. And twice on each, for each lash so that it's thick. And then, my stuffing is coming up. You can go in at the bottom of the white, or you can go in and make it even thicker with 3 if you want to go in here. You can go into the back of the lash unless that's too thick. You can do 2 or 3, either way. And then come out here under the white, but don't go through the white, just underneath it, because you don't want to see black yarn on your white spots. And then out, back in, and out. And there we go. And just hide the leftover in and out the back of the head. And then you're gonna cut these. These are all my extras. And this is what it looks like with the eyelashes. And yeah, this stays like this. You don't have to sew that to the head. So now you see what, okay, let's say it has a hat. This is what it looks like with embroidered eyes. This is what it looks like with the typical plastic eyes. So you decide. Embroidered, plastic.